Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of KleenWerks Auto Detailing. This is the fourth and final part of the Coating a Cayenne series. In today's episode, we will be coating any plastic surfaces, painted surfaces, as well as the glass. So sit back and enjoy. Alright, I have the car all paint corrected. It's looking pretty good. But before we ceramic coat this, or basically just put anything on it, you want a clean, bare surface. So you can use isopropyl alcohol or a dedicated surface prep. I decided to try this out today. It's Mother's CMX surface prep. I've heard good things about it. I'm gonna see how it performs. You wanna take a clean microfiber towel rag, and you want to wipe down the entire car, including the glass and all the nooks and crannies. What this does is removes any sort of polishing residue that might be on the surface, because you don't want that when you apply some sort of protectant. I got some toothpicks to get into the nooks and crannies, as well as some Q-tips. Now, this is the point in time where I'm gonna wipe down the entire car, get it ready for a coating, and as well pay attention to the plastic trim and in between the badges here where I mentioned in the inspection video. So this is my first time using Mother's CMX surface prep. It does a good job of getting the gunk out in between the letters and the polish residue off of the painted surfaces. It does streak a little bit more than I would like it to on the glass and things like that. But all in all, I give this product a solid 9.5 out of 10. So I highly recommend it. I'll leave a link down in the description below. Okay, it's all prepped. And one thing before we get into the coating process, just so you know guys, if you are gonna be coating glass, make sure you clean it from the outside, prep it up, and clean it from the inside as well, because how are you gonna know if it's clean if one side's dirty and one side's clean? So that's just a quick tip. We got the surface prepped, and I just wanna say a few things. Now, to those of you watching the video, all this might seem pretty intimidating. Do you need all these products? No. The kits that you can buy to do this yourself, usually these companies have anywhere from one product fits all to they might have one for paint and glass and another one for plastics, or one for paint and plastics and another one for glass. It just depends on who you buy from. I install Ceramic Pro, so this is a professional grade coating, and they've spent tons of research and development designing specific coatings for very specific surfaces. That's why you see all the boxes in front of me. So we have a couple of applicators right here. These blue and gray ones are just microfiber applicator pads. We have our typical ceramic coating applicator with the little micro suede towel. Here's a hack though. Usually you get this block and a couple of these towels in the kit. But what you wanna do is, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, you wanna take a razor blade, cut a slit in it on each side, not too deep, so then when you wrap it, you can stick it in this gap right here, and you don't have to hold the towel when you're gliding it across. We have Ceramic Pro's Nano Primer right here. This is just the big bottle that it comes in, so I just refill the small one because it's easier to manage. There's a lot of talk about ceramic coating primers. Personally, I believe in it just because I compare ceramic coating a car to painting a car, okay? Prep is everything. You want that nice, strong foundation for the coating to stick to. Yes, we polished out the paint, we decontaminated it, and we prepped it with our surface prep. Could we lay down a coating right now? Absolutely. Do you need a primer? Not necessarily, but it does kind of up your detailing game. It does provide a better surface for the ceramic coating to stick, and you get guaranteed durability. Now, all these products in front of me, I'm sure you guys can read, you can figure out what each one does. We got a specific coating for paint protection film and vinyl, our base coat and our top coat. We have Ceramic Pro Rain, which is for the glass. We have Ceramic Pro's Plastic, specifically for plastic. We have Ceramic Pro's 9H. That's the actual coating in itself. That's the actual ceramic coating. Then we have Ceramic Pro's Top Coat, which is the top coat. And we have Ceramic Pro's wheel and caliper, which is pretty self-explanatory. And I actually have one more thing. These are foam brushes, you know, the ones that you use to like paint with. You can pick these up pretty much anywhere. These are good to get in between like all like the little fins and grills and things like that when we're coating plastic. So this is a good tool to have. So our first step in this specific scenario, we have the surface prepped, it's clean, it's ready to go. So now we're gonna lay down the primer. Now the primer is really straightforward. At least with Ceramic Pros, you use an applicator pad, or you can even use a machine if you would like. And you just lay it on and you basically wipe until it's all gone. There's no kind of buffing required or anything like that. You do have to let it sit for a little bit when you do lay it on, and then you could follow up with your ceramic coating. So stick around, guys, enjoy the time lapse. So we're using our surface prep cleaner for the wheels as well, the front and back. Now there's plenty of ways where you guys can apply ceramic coating to wheels depending on the style of wheels. I'm doing it by hand. However, you can spray these out of a paint gun or an airbrush. It just depends on what you're comfortable doing as well as how fast you want it done. But applying by hand is pretty straightforward. Just pay attention, take your time, and they will look amazing. Right here, I'm actually using an airbrush to spray the calipers just because they have a lot of nooks and crannies. Now, there's not a lot of overspray because you're only spraying with 4 to 5 PSI, and anything that does get onto any other surface, it's not really that big of a deal. Moving on to the glass now, a quick tip is start from the middle, work your way out to the edges, do 50% overlapping passes, edge to edge, up and down, side to side. And then once you guys feel like you've covered your area, you just want to release some pressure off of the applicator pad and do a light pass with that light pressure, and it will give you that much of a better finish. And once you guys are finished with buffing off the excess, another quick tip is get inside the car and look at it from the other side, just because that'll allow you to see any sort of streaking or any areas that you may have missed. Now, ceramic coating any sort of surface is pretty straightforward. Lay down a couple dots on your applicator and just go to town. However, when you are working on plastics, you will find yourself spending a little bit more time than usual just because the plastic surfaces on cars are usually textured, and you basically have to massage the coating into the plastic instead of just wiping it on. So right here, I'm working on the back, and if you guys find yourself using too much product or it's kind of pulling up in the corners, like in that little indentation in the bumper right there, like you guys are watching right now, then just take a rag and just wipe off the excess. When you're coating plastics, you don't really need to remove any sort of residue unless it pools. Now, when you're doing areas like this where you're applying a plastic coating right next to a painted surface, you guys want to pay attention to where the plastic meets the edge and wipe off any excess. Moving on to the painted surfaces of the vehicle. Now, there's no really right or wrong way to do this. However, I recommend you guys start from the roof, move to the pillars, and make your way down to the doors. Do one side at a time, take your time. Prep is everything, but you guys want to make sure you don't miss any spots, and you want to look at the vehicle from all angles after you've finished coating a panel, just to make sure you guys didn't miss any spots or have any sort of high spots or low spots. Make sure to have anywhere from 2 to 4 buffing rags ready just to remove the excess product. Now, as far as applying goes, just apply enough pressure to your applicator pad where it doesn't fall out of your hand. And I'm going to say this one more time, look at the panel that you just coated from every single possible angle that you can manage, because it's very easy to get carried away and just kind of apply it and walk away. However, when you actually pull it out into the sun, you will see all the spots that you've missed and all the high spots and low spots that you've missed. So just pay attention and take your time.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this Porsche Cayenne coating series. I had a lot of fun making it. The client is super satisfied with how his car turned out. It looks 1,000 times better than when he bought it. Also, let me know down in the comments if you guys prefer these episodes or the longer videos. If so, I do read the comments and I will take your suggestions seriously. Also, my next big goal on YouTube is 500 subs. Make sure you hit that like button, share it with your friends. More importantly, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Stay clean.